Let the record show at 6 o'clock. We'll call our meeting to order. Sarah, will you do the roll call?
Eddie Kogenauer.
Here.
Linda Barnhart.
Present.
Eric Goss.
Here.
McKenna Norton.
Present.
Tim Lewis.
Present.
Daniel Gant.
Here.
Nick Deal.
Present.
Derek Smith.
Present.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Full panel, I believe. We need an approval for the agenda.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Goff to approve. Second by Mr. Gant. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is approved. Do we have anyone to speak under the Sunshine Law?
No one signed up.
Okay, nothing there. Okay, the next item on the agenda is approval of the meeting minutes.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Gokenhour to approve the minutes as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Okay, we will begin our public hearings. We have two of them this evening. First on the agenda is Mountaineer Recovery Village.
The first public hearing tonight is a request for sketch plan advancement. The project is Mountaineer Recovery Village, file 2109-336. The developer is Mountaineer Recovery Center and the engineer is Fox and Associates. It's located in the Arden District, tax map 11, parcel 56, and is located on the west side of Van Meter Road, approximately 900 feet south of the intersection of Van Meter Road and Charlestown Road. The developer is proposing 3 recovery residences, 2 male and 1 female buildings totaling 48 beds capacity, 2 48-bed dormitories, and 19 4-unit townhome buildings on approximately 72 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers or exceptions have been requested. On October 7th, 2021, County Engineer Doug Smith issued a letter of approval stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was completed and found to be in compliance with the Berkeley County subdivision ordinance. The sketch plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends advancement of the sketch plan to the preliminary plans.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Do we have anyone to represent the project?
Move public hearing to close.
Do we have anyone that wants to speak regarding the public? I guess Mr. Sianovich is up here because you're representing the project.
Correct.
Okay.
Steve Sianovich, Fox and Associates.
Okay.
Linda, I'd also like to mention that Dr. Jonathan Hardians with Mountaineer Recovery Center is in the audience this evening.
Okay.
In the event there's questions I'm not able to answer.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak from the public?
Move public hearing to close.
Okay, let the record show that there's no one to speak from the public. Have a motion by Mr. Goff to close the
Second.
public hearing, second by Mr. Gant. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is now closed. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Sianovich or the staff?
There are no questions. I'll make the motion. We accept staff recommendation and advance the sketch plan to preliminary plan stage.
Motion by Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Smith to accept the staff recommendation, and that is to advance the preliminary plan to, the sketch plan to the preliminary plan stage. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. The motion passed.
Thank you very much.
Okay, the next public hearing is Falling Waters Industrial Center.
I'm going to recuse myself for conflict of interest.
Okay, let the record show Mr. Gant's recusing for a conflict of interest.
Should the next two.
This project is also a request for sketch plan advancement. The project's Falling Waters Industrial Center, Lot 6C, file 2107-234. The developer's Rental Properties, Inc., and the engineer's Fox and Associates. It's located in the Falling Waters District, map 14, parcel 11.16, and is located on the northeast corner of the intersection of Langston Boulevard and Lansdale Court. The developer is proposing the construction of a 14,875 square foot warehouse, office space, axe toss, and brewery with an additional 2,040 square feet outdoor patio. The site is 2.13 acres and will be served by public water and sewer. At the September 7th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting, the developer was granted a waiver to Section 801, Table 8-1A, off-street parking of the Berkeley County subdivision ordinance requiring 91 parking spaces based on the mixed use of warehouse, office, future Axe Toss, and brewery/patio. The approval is conditional upon adding 10 parking spaces to equal 78 parking spaces in total. On September 28th, 2021, County Engineer Doug Smith issued a letter of approval stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was completed and found to be in compliance with the Berkeley County subdivision ordinance. The sketch plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends advancement of the sketch plan to the preliminary plan stage.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the Falling Waters Industrial Center?
Steve Stianovich with Fox and Associates, representing the applicant.
Okay, thank you. Again, this is a public hearing. If you have questions or comments, please come forward, make those comments known.
Move public hearing be closed. Second.
Let the record show that there's no public comment, and we have a motion to close public hearing by Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Gokenhour. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is now closed. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of the staff or of Mr. Stianovich?
Steve, last time, the only question anybody had was parking, and you've been able to accommodate that.
Correct. As the staff report indicated, we increased by 10 spaces, I believe it was, and we were able to achieve that.
Thank you.
Any further questions by the staff, by the Planning Commission?
I'd make the motion that we accept staff recommendation and advance to the sketch plan to the preliminary plan stage.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gokenhour, second by Mr. Lewis, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to advance the sketch plan to the preliminary plan stage. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our public hearings. Now we have final plat determination for Cardinal Point. Let the record show that Mr. Gant is still recused.
This is a request for final plat determination. The project is Cardinal Point, Section 3, Phase 1, lots 186 through 206, 224 through 233, 244 through 254, 267 through 271, and 309 through 325. The file is 2108-319. The developer is Panhandle Homes and the engineer is Fox and Associates. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 9, parcels 11.7 and 11.8. And the property is located on the north side of Hammond's Mill Road, west of St. Andrews Drive. This final plat proposes 64 single-family detached lots on approximately 19.5 acres to be served by public water and sewer. At the November 5th, 2018 Planning Commission meeting, the Planning Commission voted to grant a waiver to allow 3 on-site parking spaces instead of 2 on-site and 1 off-site. And at the September 16th, 2019 Planning Commission meeting, the Planning Commission voted to grant a waiver to Section 502(1) of the Berkeley County subdivision ordinance relating to the requirement of 2 points of access onto a public road or a WVDOH right-of-way for a development of 100 lots or greater. The approval is contingent on having bonding of Serena Drive encumbered by the authorized access road, no reduction and or release of the surety on Serena Drive until the temporary serviceable road is built. County Engineer Doug Smith issued a letter on October 19th, 2021, stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was completed and found to be in compliance with Berkeley County subdivision ordinance. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the December 6th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the project?
Steve Stianovich with Fox and Associates, representing Panhandle Homes.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, do you have questions regarding the project?
Like move right along.
I would like to add that Serena Drive is the easternmost entrance, and that's full movement. That's constructed. and divergent way ties into the waiver request that we mentioned a moment ago. That's in, back to the curb returns on the state highway right-of-way. Then there's a stone roadway that we're using as a construction road that is fully accessible with a passenger car. So the requirement of having two entrances into the facility or into the site are really met today and have been met for several months. I thought I'd mention that.
Okay. If there are no further questions, can we have a motion?
Yes, ma'am, I make a motion that we accept staff recommendation for final plat determination as advertised for a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the December 6, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Gokenhour, second from Mr. Lewis, to accept staff recommendation and to grant final plat approval at the public hearing December 6, 2021. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Thanks again.
Okay.
Have a good evening.
Yep, you too. Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is Goldfinch Meadows.
This is a request for final plat determination. The project is Goldfinch Meadows, Phase 3, lots 28 through 109 and 172 through 197. The file is 2101-007. The developer is Zenith Construction and the engineer is Frederick Seibert and Associates. It's located in the Arden District, tax map 12, parcel 58, and is located on the east side of Charlestown Road and south of Baker Road. This project proposes 108 townhome lots on 12.53 acres to be served by public water and sewer. At the October 6, 2008 Planning Commission meeting, the developer was granted a waiver to reduce the required 50-foot right-of-way down to 47.95 feet and 46.27 feet as needed. County Engineer Doug Smith issued a letter on May 26, 2021, stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was completed and found to be in compliance with the Berkeley County subdivision ordinance. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the December 6, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the project?
Good evening, Ed Schreiber with Frederick Seibert and Associates, representing the applicant.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Schreiber or of the staff?
Was that project all townhomes or were there some single-family homes?
All townhomes.
Ready for a motion?
I'll make the motion, we accept staff recommendation, advertise for a public hearing, consideration of final plat approval on December 6, 2021, Planning Commission meeting.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Gant,
Second.
second by Mr. Smith to accept staff recommendation, and that is to conduct a public hearing for final plat approval on December 6, 2021. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Thank you very much.
All right, the last item on the agenda for final plat consideration is Arcadia Springs.
I'm going to be recusing myself from this project.
Okay, thank you.
Due to conflict of interest.
Let the record show that Mr. Smith is recused for conflict of interest.
This is a request for final plat determination. The project is Arcadia Springs North, Section 1, Phase 4, lots 1 through 21. Files 2109-345. The developer is Monarch Development Group, Inc., and the engineer is Gordon. It's located in the Arden District, tax map 12, parcel 29.3, and is located on Van Cleavesville Road, approximately 2,000 feet east of its intersection with Neely Road. The developer is proposing 21 single-family lots on approximately 4 acres to be served by public water and sewer. At the July 1st, 2019 Planning Commission meeting, the Planning Commission voted to approve waivers to Section 305.4.1 requiring lots to be greater than 2 acre in size, the waiver to Article 2, Section 201 townhome definition, reducing the continuous attached single-family units permitted in a stick from 3 units to 2 units to all duplexes on individual parcels, and a waiver to Article 5, Section 504E, Table 5.3, reducing the lot width for a single-family residence detached from 75 feet to 63 feet, and a waiver to Article 8, Section 801, Table 8-1A, reducing the off-site parking for single-family attached dwellings from 3 to 2.5 spaces per unit, with a minimum of 0.5 spaces per unit being provided off-site. And at the September 16th, 2019 Planning Commission meeting, the developer was granted an exception to Section 705.1 to not install sidewalks along Van Cleavesville Road. On October 26, 2021, County Engineer Doug Smith issued a letter of approval stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was completed and found to be in compliance with the Berkeley County subdivision ordinance. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the December 6, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
Thank you. Do we have anyone to represent the project?
Lynch Christian here on behalf of Monarch.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Christian or the staff?
There are none. I'll make the motion to accept staff recommendation. Advertising the public hearing for consideration of the final plat approval on December 6, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
Second.
I have a motion, Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Lewis, to accept staff recommendation. And that
Mr.
is.
Hall.
I'm sorry. Oh.
She's still upset with you.
Knock me off my podium. Motion by Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Goff, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to grant final plat determination at a public hearing on December 6, 2021. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is what's been presented to us as a schedule for meetings in 2022.
Yes, this is the draft for all of the meetings for the upcoming year. It is for the first Monday and the third Monday unless there's a holiday, and then it's on the following Tuesday. If you see any issues with it, let us know and we can correct it. If not, we would need a motion to accept the meeting dates.
Okay,
I'll make the motion to accept.
Second.
motion by Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Goff, to accept the draft 2022 Planning Commission meeting schedule. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we have our business cut out for us for next year.
Thank you.
How did the subdivision rewrite go Wednesday?
We had our meeting, we focused on Section 5 design standards, and we took Mr. Wilson's comments, Mr. Sianovich's comments, and a couple of staff comments that were related to Article 5, and just knocked out all of those throughout that article as far as discussion and adjustments. And we will be moving on to, I believe, Article 3 and 4 for the next meeting.
Very good. And that is when?
On November 9th. November 9th.
Oh, November 9th. Okay. Planning Commission members, do you have anything you wish to bring up?
I have two other small housekeeping things. I'll
okay.
make it quick. You'll notice that there's a new seal on the agenda. You'll start to see that on our staff reports and our documents as that becomes adopted. And there's also a new website. So the login, or not the login, the sign-in information hasn't changed. It's still the same, Berkeley WV, but when you go to that, you won't see the same website you used to see. It takes you to a new format.
Is it easier to operate?
It is much easier. It's taken me a little while to find things, but the archives are not readily available on the left-hand side like they used to be, so that you just need to, once you know, it'll be easy to remember. So if you're looking for anything, just feel free to call in. Sarah and I have had some practice with it, and we can walk you through it.
Try one more time.
It's much easier.
I got something next time I go there.
Anything else?
That's all.
Okay.
Move to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Goff to adjourn at 6:20.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Gant. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.